everybody, and welcome to a new video. So I have a book haul for you guys today. This is kind of a collection of books that I got for Christmas and with gift cards that I got for Christmas. I know it's kind of late to be putting up a haul from Christmas, but you know what? I don't know. I don't have a reason. I'm just doing it anyway. So I'm just going to get right into it because I actually kind of have a lot of books to talk about. It's actually kind of overwhelming, but it's okay. It's a good kind of overwhelming, you know? So the first books I'm going to talk about are ones that I got from my family. So the first one that I got is hefty. It's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is the illustrated edition. I'm very excited about this. I have seen like pictures from the inside of the illustrations and they're so beautiful. There were some previews of some of the illustrations like forever ago, and then once it was released I saw even more that people were, showing because they were buying it, and it looks absolutely stunning. So I'm very excited to give this a read. I did just recently reread The Goblet of Fire, but I think I might do another reread of it with this version just so that I can look at the illustrations. There's one illustration that I just absolutely love, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Well, I love this. I love this illustration that I don't know if you can see, but I love the colors of it, and there's just so many beautiful illustrations as well. The one of Harry leaving the tent before the first task. I don't know, again, if I'll be able to find that. Oh, this isn't it, but this one is beautiful too. This one of Ginny, I absolutely love. I don't know if I actually showed it because it's too heavy to actually hold up, but I'm very excited to get to that one. Next I got a couple of other normal-sized books. So the first one is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I have been meaning to read this book for a really long time. It is definitely one that is quite loved on BookTube and just in general, so I'm very excited to give it a read. The next book is one that I'm surprised I didn't own already, and that's kind of why I asked for it for Christmas, and that is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. So this is a collection of short stories from the Lunar Chronicles universe. I think I have read some of these because I think that she has posted some of them online, or if you signed up for her newsletter you got sent one, because I definitely read all of the ones that Marissa Meyer recommended reading while you're reading the series, but I do know that there are some in here that I have not read, so I'm very excited about this. I am kind of surprised it took me this long to get this book. I don't know, short story books I'm not always the most interested in, even if it's one of my favorite series that they're coming from, but I'm very excited to read this anyway because your girl loves the Lunar Chronicles. This ain't new. So the next couple books I have to show you are some from my friends, so I'll start with these two. So my friend Abby sent me a couple of books for Christmas, and the first one that she got me was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I have heard mostly positive things about this book, but I feel like I have heard some mixed things about the books that are later on in the series. I have heard that it has a lot of basic young adult themes, but who am I to judge basic young adult? But I've just heard that it kind of has a lot of tropes that are used in young adult over and over and over again and thrown in here, but I'm still really interested to read it. I remember when this book came out, I was actually very intrigued. I thought it sounded really interesting. I think the main character, it's something to do with blood. I think the main character has red blood, but if you have red blood, you're not, you don't typically have magical abilities. If you have silver blood, that's when you do, but I think she has magical abilities, but she has blood that's red, I think. Did I explain that well? I don't think I did. I don't know, it does sound really interesting. I remember being very intrigued when it first came out, so I'm very excited to give it a try. This is one of those ones that I have seen everywhere and was just I feel like I should try it and read it for myself, so I'm very excited to actually have it. And then the other book that she got me is Emma by Jane Austen. So she knew that I kind of wanted to read more of Jane Austen's books, and so she got me Emma, and I'm very excited. I really wanted to read Emma. That was kind of the next Jane Austen book that I was kind of on the lookout and kind of wanted to read next, so this worked out perfectly. I also think that there is an Emma adaptation coming out this year. I'm not entirely sure when, but I think it's coming out this year, so I can read this in preparation for that. So I'm very excited to have this and kind of continue to add to my classics collection because I have another classic in this haul. Who is she? So thank you, Abby, for these two books. I'm very excited about both of them. I'd love to know if you have read either of these. They're very different, but let me know if you have and what you thought about them. So the next few books are from my friend Franny, and she treated me so well this Christmas. Basically, I said to her one time in a very passing way. I wasn't hinting, I wasn't saying it because I wanted her to give them to me. I literally just said to her one day that I kind of wanted to start collecting the original covers for the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. The Infernal Devices trilogy are some of my favorite Cassandra Clare books. They're some of my favorite books, period. And I kind of wanted to collect the original covers over time if I saw them about. So this girl goes out and gets me all three. What did I do to deserve this? I'm not sure. So first we have Clockwork Angel, and then we have Clockwork Prince, and then we have the favorite, everyone's favorite, Clockwork Princess. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I now have the original covers for these. I think what I might do, because I already have like the other paperback editions of these, I might actually annotate these ones because they are some of my favorite books. So I just think it would be kind of cool to underline or sticky note some of my favorite quotes and moments and things like that. But yeah, I'm very excited about these. So thank you, Franny, for doing this. You did not have to do that. And then she did get me another book because she's just an angel. And she got me King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. So this, I don't even really know that much about it. I just know that it takes place after the Grisha trilogy and Six of Crows. Like, I think you have to read both of those series to read this. And it also follows Nikolai, which we stan, and characters from Six of Crows and some other characters. I don't really know, honestly. I just know that Nikolai's in this, so that has me sold already. So now we are getting into the books that I actually bought with a gift card that I got for Christmas. So I will start with the classic that I hinted at earlier, and that is Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. Am I saying her name right? Alcott. I don't know. But this version I think is just so cute. It's so like small and precious, and I also just really love the illustrations on it as well. I just think it's really cute. I feel like this is the type of book that might annoy some people if they had it because it is so small, like compared to the other paperbacks that I have over here. It is quite small compared to that, but to be honest, I think it's so cute that I don't really care. I also just love the illustrations. I love this cover. I think it's so cute. It's also very like floppy, which we love that. Seeing like the stuff about the movie everywhere on my timeline on Twitter and just kind of it blowing up because of the movie, I really wanted to pick this up. I've been wanting to read this one for a while, but the movie has definitely motivated me to pick it up even sooner, so I bought it. And I'm very excited. The next book I bought is one that I'm very excited to read, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. So this is the first book in the Diviners series, and I feel like I've talked about the Diviners on my channel so much for somebody who hasn't read it yet, but I really want to get to this year. This is a series and a book that is just so well loved on YouTube and just in general, and it just sounds really interesting. It's set in the 20s, there's magic, I think there's a murder mystery, it's a little spooky. Sounds good to me. So the next book that I got was Crier's War by Nina Varela, and I'm very excited about this. I have heard nothing but good things about this. This is one of those books that I was like kind of intrigued by because so many people were talking about it, and then I heard Whitney from Witty Novels kind of talking about what this book is about, and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was about that. I need it. I think it's something like there's real humans and then people who are kind of autome. Is that how you say it? They're like fake people, basically. I think the like human character is kind of infiltrating the castle to try and kill Crier, or is like going undercover. I don't really know, but I just love that. I love when people have to pretend to be something or somebody they aren't and get like undercover. I don't know. It just sounds really interesting. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about this, so I'm very excited to get into this one. The next book I'm really excited about because it's kind of fancy, and that is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. So this is the collector's edition, hence why it's so shiny. I feel like that is very distracting, but it also is a signed copy, which is really cool. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So I really am excited to pick this up. I think the normal version of this book was like $1 cheaper than the collector's signed copy, so I splurged, I guess, an extra $1 to get this version. I'm very excited to get to this very soon, and I'm also just very excited about how shiny it is. So I have one more book to talk about, and that is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. What a great name. Sorry. Okay, anyway, again, don't know that much about this. I think that there's like time travel and magic, and that Hannah from A Clockwork Reader hyped this up on Instagram like a year ago. It could have been even longer than that. What's time? I don't know. But I remember Hannah talking about this book and talking about how good it is and not understanding why it wasn't talked about more, and then I think Chloe from Books with Chloe read it, and I just feel like I've seen a lot of people reading it and loving it, so I wanted to pick it up for myself. And I think the third book in this trilogy is coming out this year, so maybe I will catch up in time for that to come out. So yeah, I'm very excited about this, and basically, to summarize, anything Hannah or Chloe recommend, I'm gonna read. Basically. How am I supposed to show all these? Okay, hold on. I'm holding 5 books and I dropped one. So this is my haul. Also Harry Potter. I'm not holding that one because that's just gonna make it way too hard. So yeah, that's my haul. I would love to know which books in here I should read first. I have a lot of really great books to get to, so I'd love to know your opinions. Let me know down below any books that you've got recently that you're very excited about. I would love to talk about that as well. But other than that, that's going to complete this video. So if you want to, I would love it if you gave this video a thumbs up and subscribed if you haven't already. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, now I have to try and take a thumbnail with all these books. I don't know how I'm going to do that, so pray for me.